the difference between living a fake life and packaging yourself. Now, living a fake life is literally you packaging an empty box, like making it so beautiful and then delivering it. And then when people come to that beautiful box thinking it's an amazing gift, nothing is inside, totally empty. So you see a very beautiful girl on Instagram, posts amazing pictures, her stories, her followers are growing because she's a fine girl. Let her open her mouth. You're like, what is this? But when you are packaging yourself, it means you have value. You are in the process of still getting more value, and you give value in the same vein. That's you packaging yourself, you branding yourself, making your exterior aesthetic attractive enough for the right target audience to find you. But fake life and not being authentic is when you are packaging yourself, but you don't have value. You have no intention of getting that value, and you still portray yourself like somebody that has value.
Welcome to Voices with Victoria, the series that unlocks the power of resilience. Join me and industry experts as we explore career development, human capacity, nation building, and entrepreneurship.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Voices with Victoria Undo. As you can tell, I am super excited because guess what? I have an amazing friend and mentor. She's a mentor to many right here with me. She's beside me already in the studio for this exciting episode. She is none other than the founder of Girl Hub Africa, Gusi Tobby, aka Lottie.
Drum rolls, drum rolls, drum rolls.
Hello, Lottie.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Of course, I can see. Okay, so I'm so excited having this conversation with you. This is just a calm conversation. We'll be having conversation just to inspire the young people. But before we start, I would like to know you beyond the amazing things that we see, the beautiful, energetic, inspiring, impactful. In fact, what other word do I have for you? Who is Lottie? What's your story?
I would say for me, Lottie is a child of grace. Lottie is one that has been destined for greatness, but the devil has tried to stop her in so many ways and in so many aspects of her life, but she has thrived regardless. So just like you said, the energetic, the beautiful, that's what people see on the outside. But I hope with this conversation, we're able to tell more of that story.
Amazing. So what's your background like? And, what are some of the experiences leading to who you are now?
So my background, let's start with family. I'm the last child of 4 girls. My parents are both from 2 different parts of Nigeria.
Wow.
I grew up I would not like to say we were relatively rich, but I would like to say we were comfortable. At least we're not begging for salt from our neighbor. So I like to say we're comfortable. I had an amazing life growing up until university, where I think I had the greatest shock of my life because I didn't have the opportunity to graduate with my set. And I hope that I'm able to tell that story. I told the story on my YouTube at some point, and I didn't have the opportunity to graduate with my set, and that set me back a bit because I was already thriving. I was already doing great on my own. But for the first time, something hit me. I'd already seen other people's failures, seen other people's. But for the first time, something really hit me and almost took me out of the shine, the limelight, and the glam that you would always see of me. But I'm grateful that I was able to come out of that and be who I am today. So yes, my story is one of, I would say, resilience and going for what you want regardless.
Amazing. Now, talking about that, you're a young person. You've been able to achieve a whole lot, even at your young age. Have there been sort of like setback or challenges or, becoming, or your process of becoming, has it been overwhelming?
Yes.
We have this pressure sometimes, especially if you're out there, expectations to become, expectations to do, that comes with being a public figure and a leader. Have there been, challenges along the way?
Yes.
And how have you been able to navigate those challenges?
Okay, so I'm just going to start from what I mentioned earlier, not being able to graduate with my set. And because of the issue that happened at that time, I didn't want to go back. I just said, you know what? Let them just take it. What am I even using it for? But I had a mentor at the time that was like, no, you have to. This was after about a year that I had said, you know what, I'm doing my thing. I'm good at what I do. I don't need this degree anymore. But my mentor was like, no, you have to. Wow. And then I went back and it was almost like my lecturers were waiting for me. Oh, you think you're a big girl? You think, yeah. So they were like, we would,
Deal
that
with
was,
you.
and what even led to that point. It's not like I was not brilliant. My grades were amazing. I mean, anybody can go and check University of Benin Faculty of Law. My grades were absolutely good. But at the time, there's something they call youthful, is it exorbitance, where you think you know better than some people. And there's some people you should not just step on their toes because you don't know who is who. So at that time, I think I did. And they were using my academics against me at that point. So that was one that really set me back, but thank God for my mentor. And at that time, I'd already started my initiative, Girl Hub Africa. And it was thriving, it was doing well, but I like to say that it was a huge failure at that time. And a lot of people will not know because they keep saying, oh, Lottie is doing well. The awards were coming, the accolades were coming, the international trips were coming, the money was coming, the people were trooping in. The volunteers, I was having over 10,000 volunteers across so many states, even in other countries. But the core of it, the foundation in which I was building that platform at that time was very faulty. And for me, it was a failure because now where I am, I can see better. And that is why I decided to take a break and look. And there's something my mentor says. He says, when you're in the picture, you cannot see the frame. So I was so deep-rooted in the picture that I could not see the frame. It was so much of a failure so that I was a champion in the midst of blind people and they were hailing me and saying, continue going. And right now that I am here, I'm grateful because I'm able to put a structure. Now we're building it to be a proper edutech platform specifically for African young volunteers. We're going to launch in December. We've been quiet for a while and then everybody has been like, what are they doing? I'm just like, it's fine. We don't need to. We're not here to impress anyone. Gone are the days where the goal was, let's show, let's do this, let's do that. No, I'm not there anymore. We've grown. We've become better. So, so that really sets me back, that story. There's so many stories. Where do I even start from? But let me just leave it at that for now.
Amazing.
Thank you.
From this story that you just shared, I know there are lots of young people who are starting up their social initiative and they're getting pumped up. It's good. There's this excitement having to have an NGO, I'm a founder of this, I'm the CEO of
people
that.
Are saying, oh, thank you for this.
Oh my God, and all of that. What words of advice do you have for them? How do they, beyond all the accolades that they have on social media, at the real core, at the end of the day, is the real result they are getting at? What advice do you have for people who are building, tangible things?
Okay, so if you're watching this, come closer, look at me. Look
closer.
straight into my eyes.
Come.
You will kill and shoot yourself in the leg when you want to carry NGO on your head at a very young age. There are people that have been there before you. There are people that have done it. You have to go and learn. Nothing beats going to learn. I have friends that have gone to learn from other NGOs, Leap Africa, Women of Ruby's Foundation, different organizations like that. And that was one thing I did not do. Yes, you're hearing it from me. That was one thing I did not do. I came out, people loved me. And because of the kind of energy that I have, I'm very likable. I'm very easy for people to connect with. So people just felt like, oh, you are good at what you do. And it's like the story of the fig tree in the Bible. Why did Jesus curse the fig tree? Not because he didn't know what he was doing. Fig tree is the only tree in this life that produces its leaves before its fruits. And then Jesus went to it. It's like a tree that was attracting people that, oh, there's fruits now. And then the leaves die before the fruits come out, unlike other trees. So you are going to this tree thinking, I'm going to get fruits now. I'm going to get something meaningful from you. But then you are empty. And then imagine people from far and wide are coming to the fig tree saying, I want to take from you. I want to eat, or I can feed before I go where I'm going, because you see a fig tree. And your mindset is, if the leaves are dry, then I can get fruit from it. But then you get to the fig tree and there are no fruits. That was why Jesus cursed that tree. And that was the point I was in my life. I was popular. I had the popularity. I had the... there was the clout and everything, but there was no depth when it comes to running a non-profit. And there's non-profit there's NGO for profit and there's NGO not for profit. Some of you don't even know which one you should currently focus on. There was the knowledge aspect of it. There's the business aspect of running an NGO. There's the sustainability part of it that I did not know about. But there was paparazzi. And that was what I thought was the most important thing. Oh, let people come. Let's just post them out. So it's important for you to go and learn. Go and learn from somebody that's already doing it. But don't just go and learn. Make sure you go to a structured organization. Don't go to your fellow NGO member that just has Instagram page. And you say, I should be the volunteer. No, go to a structured organization. And before you go there, know that you want to give them something in return. Value begets value. If you're going to reach out to an organization to say, okay, I want to come and learn from you. And sometimes it's very good to make it plain. I want to run my NGO and I want to shadow you. It's not going to. I've worked with the Gotney Foundation, and there are people that come to us say, "Oh, I want to do leadership in a larger scale as a non-profit, but I want to shadow what you're doing." That way, we're even able to train you better. Like where you come and you use the disguise of "let me just help," but you're actually trying to learn the model. A lot of young people do it. It will not pay you. It's better to say, "Oh, this is what I already do. This is what I hope to do in a larger scale. I'm just here to learn." And to know the model and the systems, the structures you have put in place to actually make this possible. And beyond that, investing in yourself. Investing in yourself. If you have left school, go back to school, get your certificates. If you have not gone to school, make sure you go to school. If there's more, go and learn. Make sure that you get that certificate. You go to school. Invest in yourself. Invest in your personal brand. The beautiful thing about Girl Hub Africa was my personal brand was also pushing Girl Hub Africa. So it wasn't just, Girl Hub Africa is doing... Who was Girl Hub Africa? The community of people. But an organization is 50 to 60% of who and the values of who the founder is. So for me, my personal brand was pushing Girl Hub Africa as well. So work on your personal brand as well.
Amazing. This is off the question I wanted to ask.
Yes,
but
please.
while you were talking, you kept mentioning mentorship,
Yes.
learning and all of that. What's the place of mentorship? I know that some people think it's a buzzword. I've seen a lot of things on Instagram and even Twitter about mentorship. Can you clarify about mentorship in the place of personal and even professional growth and how people can have access and sustain these mentorship relationships?
Body of knowledge, like I like to say, but nobody ever goes far without somebody who has been there showing you the way. When I was coming here, I had to ask questions. I'm going to number 40. And they showed me, you have to go straight down. You have to drive straight down. When you're going to a place you've never been before, you wind down, or even if you are taking public transport, you have to ask somebody. Yes, you have Google Map. You ask, where is this place? And somebody that has been there before will show you the way. That's the same thing about mentorship. It's not just... I have a mentor, so it looks like you are affiliated, because a lot of people do mentorship by affiliation these days. Let it just be that this person is my mentor and I can put her or she in my bio and in my CV and talk about them when I'm asked to speak. No, mentorship is this person has been there, done that. Sometimes the person has not even been there, but the person understands what it takes to be there and they have seen ahead. So it's very important, both in your professional, your personal, it's very important that you have somebody guide you and somebody that is able to speak over your life. That's also something I did not have. I was very dogged. I was very stubborn. Nobody could talk to me. Nobody, if you are saying anything, you are saying rubbish, I've moved to the next person. You need somebody in your life that is able to talk sense into your head when every other thing doesn't make sense.
Wow. So you're just hitting the point, and it's, when they say something is entering the soul. Okay, so you're someone, you're one young leader that has a good network of people. Professionally, personally, you're surrounded by mighty, in fact, I don't even know the word, but you have such a strong network of people. How can young leaders, build that network? And again, there's a place of strategically connecting with people.
Yes.
Where's the place of authenticity and, being strategic in connecting with the people that you need on your journey?
Awesome. I like that she asked this question because it's something that I definitely am going to talk about holistically. Now, a lot of, in quotes, big people that young people want to connect to, they have systems and structures that work for them. The first thing I'm going to say is they're not all paparazzi people. But young people are always they're ready to, you just met this person, you have gone to post. They just did small thing for you, you have gone to post. Many of these big people are very reserved. They might not say it, but they're very reserved. So it's thank you, they protect their space. But one small thing has happened, you have gone to post, you have gone to tell, you have gone to this, nowhere to streamline. Another thing is honor. And not just honor to them, honor to your peers. And that's why I would every time talk about peer-to-peer mentoring. Nobody says this, but the big people you are looking to connect with are watching how you honor the people around you. That's what many people don't understand. So you are there thinking, is he not my friend? No be this person where I just know, no be genius where they see every day. Why should I honor him? But somebody is watching how you are honoring that person. And then when you come closer to them, they are able to connect. They are able to connect with you at the level. So for me, it was that level of reference, some people say, oh, you're overhyping your friend. It wasn't overhyping. I was naturally honoring my friends, and it was attracting these people to me because they're like, for you to be referencing this your friend, who is even this your friend? I want you in my space. The level of reference and honor you have is important. So they protect their space, they honor people. The third thing is value. You know, many times people go to big people and they always want to, let me give something so I can be in their space. No, value is in the eye of the beholder, just as beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
Right.
What is value to A might not be value to B. So you might say, oh, you're a good video editor and you want to be a video editor to Tony Elumelu. He has 1,001 of those in his space. What exactly will be value to Tony Elumelu is the value you are in your person. That's why you cannot afford to be small. Your visibility is so important. You have to put out yourself in the best possible way. So even if Tolu Elumelu is outside, he's able and willing to say, I know this person, because your visibility is something that attracts him. Your visibility and the value you put out as a person. Abraham Orupe said the other day at the conference, Growth Accelerator conference, he said, CV, that your social media is now your CV. I cannot count how many people, even your website. I don't know why people say, oh, I'm not selling anything. I don't need a website. You need a website. You need a website. Even me, it was so hard for me because I was like, I'm not doing anything. Why don't you need a website? Because many of these people don't do social media. They'll go and Google you. And what are they finding? What are they finding? Are they finding you? And that's why I tell young people, make sure go to all the platforms. In fact, just go to your email. Check you just subscribe to. Thank you for signing up on. And remove yourself from platforms where you don't want to find yourself. The day it was in end of 2017, I did this thing. My mentor at Jewere told me about it. And I said, well, let me just go. I went on my email and I started searching places that if I find myself today on those platforms, I will be crying. Because I'm like, how did I sign up on this thing years ago and I forgot it? You know, we just sign up when we're young. We just sign up here and there. And then you put the pictures where your mouth is open and, you know, you have these Snapchat filters of dog and all this nonsense. But you don't want to find yourself there. So you want to make sure that you're controlling the narrative about yourself. And you want to also make sure that whatever people are seeing, so when you do those audits, also use someone else's phone and Google yourself. If you find that you are not impressed, be your biggest critic. If you find that you're not impressed with what you see online, then start working on it. So these high value people are attracted to value. And like I said, value is in the eye of the beholder. It's not, oh, I have one skill. Number 3, don't be a nuisance. Many of you think you have value, but your nuisance level is high. Then you go around, you start every day, you are messaging, good morning, ma, how are you? Good morning, sir, how are you? Mentor me, ma. You know, you don't do that. The mentors that I've had are people that come to me and say, come, I want you, come and sit down
because
here.
Of the value they've seen.
I'm telling you, many of the people, and I have screenshots of this thing, they send me DMs. I don't go into their DMs. What do? I strategically position myself in places that their eyes must catch me no matter what they do. I don't go to them directly. It's like you are a girl and you want a boy to toast you. You know how you will position for him to come
lights,
now. That is how it is. Exactly. You have to give him the green light. You are not holding flag, but he's seeing that, this girl is everywhere. So that is the same way for mentorship. You have to, and there are things that attract these people. Value, how you honor people, how you carry yourself, how you show up. I mean, do you ever catch me looking small? I mean, even if I'm just going to have lunch in one, I don't even have lunch in Mama Put, but even if I am going there, I make sure I am 100 because I mean, I'm Lottie of Impact for a reason.
That's true. Oh my God. You know, what I hear a lot of things, and because of time, I would not like us to dissect it. But, you know, one thing I want to pick up is, you know, personal branding.
Yes.
I know that personal brand is about authenticity.
Yes.
Right? And we have to curate. You said something about controlling the narrative. And as much as we're, you know, trying to curate our social media life, you know, so that we're able to attract, like you said, positioning the green lights. You know, there's some things you have to do now to position for the opportunities that you want. Where is the balance between having that curated life and then living true to your core, your belief, you know? You know, some people might miss it up.
Yes. I posted something today on my Instagram at Gusi Tobby. It is the difference between living a fake life and packaging yourself. Now, living a fake life is literally you packaging an empty box like making it so beautiful and then delivering it. And then when people come to that beautiful box thinking it's an amazing gift, nothing is inside, totally empty. So you see a very beautiful girl on Instagram, posts amazing pictures, her stories, her followers are growing because she's a fine girl. Let her open her mouth. You're like, what is this? But when you are packaging yourself, it means you have value. Yes. You are in the process of still getting more value, and you give value in the same vein. That's you packaging yourself, you branding yourself, making your exterior aesthetic attractive enough for the right target audience to find you. But fake life and not being authentic is when you are packaging yourself, but you don't have value. You have no intention of getting that value, and you still portray yourself like somebody that has value. I'm going to give you a very practical example.
Yes,
I live in Abuja. Because my boss he's always at Transcorp. When I go to Transcorp, you see all these when they wear that kaftan. Oh, if I was not married, I should have like 3 boyfriends right now from there. Very good looking young men. Yes. And then you see one will come and tell you I'm the PA to so person.
Wow.
Believe me, he's not the PA to the PA to the PA to the PS to the PA of the governor of anybody.
PS.
He does not, in fact, maybe he just had one conversation and one picture with that person, but they claim. But the way he's so packaged, when they have this, their ironed kaftan and cap and then slippers and his leg
and
is
they look
shiny.
so fly.
Hey, you will want to
understand.
believe him. But being there, done that, we already know. That's packaging. You see a lot of them in Abuja. And what they even call them, there's a name they call them in Abuja. They don't have money, or they're looking for girls that they'll go and live in their houses. That is living a fake life. You just packaging an empty box. But there are people that when you see them and then when they speak, you're like, no, this person.
Value.
Have you seen Otto on Ronda, my friend?
Yes.
Otto on Ronda is somebody that he's always looking sweet. You can go and check him. He's my friend. By the time Otto comes up, you see him looking sweet. When he opens his mouth, you're like, no, this boy has sense. That's how it is.
Yes. Amazing. There's another question I want to ask, which is also related to what you just said, because you mentioned that.
Yes.
How do you now balance humility and self-promotion? There's some people, they have value.
Yes.
It's just like winking in the dark, right? Now, some people are like, don't wink in the dark. Talk, be out there.
True.
And then some other people are like, don't worry, your work will speak for you. See, I know there are two sides to this thing. How can we now balance? We want to come out there as young leaders.
Yes.
But where's the balance between humility, and then self-promotion? And all of those in between.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about 2 things. Number 1 is humble audacity, which is something that I have. You are humble. You are not lying about who you are. Yes. Been there, done that. Paint a picture that you are this, that, and that. I've been there. And the reason why I love this platform that Victoria is doing is where we can come and bear it all and tell the truth for young people, because we are also young. We are also just coming up. So you need to see that this Lordship that you're carrying on your head. I have been through stages in my life. I was at the stage where, I was lying that, I made this, I made that, I was nothing. Nothing at all. So humble audacity is you know who you are, first of all, rooted in Christ. You know who you are as a person, self-awareness. And then 3, you are audacious enough to speak about yourself. I always tell people that 2 of us can go for a course. And then the way I'll put out myself will be different. You will be asking those people, did she go to Harvard or did these people go to somewhere else? Because the way the way LinkedIn people portray themselves.
Yes.
Now, number 2 is don't lie, because people now say, I have to put myself in such a way. Then you start adding lies into what you do and what you are not. And that's where I draw the line for people. Don't lie about who you are. If you get to the point where you start lying about who you are and what you carry, then you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe you can get it. Because whatever you lie about is bigger than you.
Yes.
So when you start lying, I start lying, I'm an engineer, and it's bigger than you. You will never attain it. But if you are true to yourself, this is who I currently am, but I have to project myself in the best possible way. What are the quality of English? That's where reading comes in. Watching videos. You are just scrolling on Instagram where you should be watching YouTube videos, learning new vocabularies, using, what's this new one? ChatGPT, reading books that will increase your vocabulary. You are able to use words that will put you out in the best possible way. So please, humble audacity is 1. Like I said, be audacious, but be humble at the same time. I met a lot of people at the conference the other day, and they're like, oh my God, I didn't know you would say hi. I didn't know. if you are even pride is another thing that a lot of young people, because you just have small fame like this. In fact, it's not even fame. They just know you. If I go outside and shout your name, nobody, they'll be looking at me standing here. But it's very important that you remain humble. Humility shows that you know who you are, you know where you are headed, but you are willing to accommodate other people. Pride is, I don't know who I am. I have to show them who I am, so they will respect me. And when you get to that point, you are really nobody go rate you. So humble audacity. Don't lie about who you are. Don't.
Amazing. Lottie, you're so energetic. You're impactful. You travel everywhere. Yes, like this week, I'm seeing you in another place. I'm like, oh my God, this one person doing a lot of things, helping organizations, thousands of volunteers under you. How are you able to balance it all? Where's the place of self-care? You have a family. Lottie, how do you do it? In fact,
okay, so for me, one thing, because I gained this being popular early enough in life, and because I also gained the access to be in spaces of notable and worthy people early in life, I knew that I learned some things. Number one, my private life is my private life.
Yes.
It's nobody's business. And then another thing is, for me, is, okay, like I said, getting into these spaces, I knew that my private life had to be private. Where do I draw the line? So you might see me online and be like, she posts every day. She's always online. I feel like you might see me online. I feel like you know everything about me. But when you now ask, some people always ask me, are you the only child? Are you even Igbo or Yoruba? Where are you from exactly? So that's why you know that you don't know. And for a lot of people, you have to be like that. But for some other people, your business is rooted in people actually connecting to your story, knowing you. I know some people that because you got married and because of your journey, they're stirred up to want to be better. Because, Victoria, and look at what she did. Look at how she did it. So for you, it might be a different story. For me, it's different. I'm not going to see tomorrow. You will not know who he is. If you like, check, kill yourself, chook knife.
I know.
You will not know. No, you are my friend now. You don't know. If you don't know, there's a problem. There's a problem. Amazing. So it's very important that you draw the line there. And then secondly, because the perception online already is that I'm a busy person, because I'm always traveling. I'm traveling to flex. And that's why it's beautiful to do what you love. So I'm traveling, I'm chilling.
But you're also working.
I'm also working, but I'm also chilling at the same time. So it's something I love. It's something that comes natural to me. You can put me here for Money Tonight. I will talk for Money Tonight because it comes natural to me. It's something that I enjoy doing. But I'm not just talking out of an empty barrel. There's depth in what I'm saying. So it's so important, very, very important, that you draw the line, know what works for you as a person, especially as a young person, and then know early enough. No, if you know it late, it's ole. But it's good that you know it early enough. Yes, you know it early enough for yourself. Like, okay, this works for me. It might not work for your mentor. And hey, that's something I wanted to touch on. Your mentors. You are seeing your mentors and you are looking at their life. 100% what is working for your mentor will not work for you. Principles are universal. Experiences are peculiar. So your experience is peculiar to you. Your experience can never be even your twin brother or your twin sister's experience.
Yes.
So you have to ensure that, yes, this principle has worked for A. It might not work for me the same way because our experiences are different.
Amazing. Principles are universal. So there's a principle... Eat, right? So that you can be healthy. Exactly. But the experience is different. Peculiar. You can take rice and beans. I'm taking bread and tea. Exactly. Different experience. That's just a simple way. Yes. Like you said, you can say this, keep talking from now, and I want you to keep going, right? But because of time, we'll need to wrap this up, So just give us final words. Talk to us, energize us, inspire us in the path of resilience.
Okay, so for being resilient, for me particularly, because of my journey and because of where I've been and because of where I see a lot of young people at right now, a lot of young people are at the stage where they need clarity. There's this change that is happening. It's either you just got into school, you are transitioning from school, NYSC, you want to know what you want to do next. There's this next, what's next? The question is, what's next? And there's one thing I always say, focus on that value. Focus on the value in yourself, the value you are getting for yourself and the value that you are giving. Sometimes you even need to stay quiet. I remember when I went back to school, I went off social media, and everywhere, some people would say, oh, she's pregnant, she does not want us to know. It's different stories. I did come back and say, hey, I've gone now.
And I'm
people
back.
should come I didn't need to do that. If it was me before, I would have and be like, yes, so yeah, where are those people that are trolling me come? I didn't need to. There was no point. The records are there. Go and check it. There's really no point. So yes, like I'm saying, one thing I would always say, and I've been saying for a while now, is focus on giving value and receiving value over going viral. A lot of young people are at that stage where they want to be on TikTok and blow. You want Mufasa to there, not or anybody to post you. So you can, or if they post you, what is that thing that will sustain that fame that you are looking for? That's why you have a lot of people come out of Big Brother Naija, and because they are empty on the inside, but they are properly packaged, they cannot sustain the lifestyle.
Thanks for watching Voices with Victoria. Please like, leave a comment, subscribe, and share. Yes.
Young people are looking up to them now, but there's nothing. They cannot give from a place that is empty. Because they are empty. So don't be an empty person. Focus on giving value. Number 2, stop being popularly broke.
That's why.
I keep saying this thing because I was there. I was so popular. People knew me, but I was the brokest person on earth. If I needed to move from here to here, I needed to call a friend to, please, can you help me? I will give you later. Or maybe where I'm going to, they will not pay me. I will not give you the money. But when I get to that place, that friend that gave me the money, nobody knows them but me. Everybody's taking pictures with me. Stop being popularly broke. You'll be popular and you are broke. Go and make the money. Yes, people know you, but do you have what it takes to sustain it? Money, the love of money is the root of all evil. Money is not the root of all evil. Money is what sustains your relevance. Yes. So make sure as a young person, you have money. You say, I'm looking. It's money. I did not borrow it. I bought it.
It's her money.
So please make sure you are making money. And if you think maybe you want to go and meet one bobo that will marry you want to marry into, it's good that you have your own money. Yes, I don't say you should not marry rich boy. It's fine if you see one, marry. But make sure that you have your own money, either as a boy or a girl. Make sure you have it. And finally, because I know that we have to earn this as a young person. Please, let God be your source. No matter what, let God be your source. When I tell you that I was popularly broke, it was because I kept God aside. Because of what happened to me in school, I felt like God did not, I was a campus fellowship pastor for a while. Yeah. So why would God leave me? Why would God allow this happen to me? Because it wasn't like I wasn't good academically. But I decided to leave. And it was at that point God needed me to stick to him 100%. You know how an envelope, they're delivering a letter to you in your house. For those of you that stayed abroad for a while, you know how the letter comes to your house, mailbox, you receive a mail. The what they used to cover the envelope, that stamp, it does not leave the envelope. Even if when you open the letter, it's still there. Okay. When you throw the envelope in the trash, what goes with it? The stamp, because you've taken out the content, but the trash. That's how you should be with God. That's how God wants you to be with him. Regardless of what's happening in your life, stick to God and trust me 100%. When it is your due season, you'll flourish.
Wow. I just wanted to take a moment to just say, wow. Everyone listening and watching this, just say, wow. Thank you so much, Lord. For the energy, but it's not just about giving out energy. The energy is positive and it's coming with its value. And I'm so grateful to you for saying yes and for being here, Voices with Victoria.
Yeah.
You're such a busy person. I know you have a flight to catch, but you still, decided to come here. So thank you so much. Love you so much, and I appreciate you.
Thank you.
So everyone, we have come to the end of this episode. As you know, this is value, and I'm asking you to do well to share, like, comment, subscribe, and everything to ensure that this video gets to the ends of the world, everywhere and anywhere. And until next time, do well to stay tuned. Bye for now.
Thanks for watching Voices with Victoria. Please like, leave a comment, subscribe, and share. Yes!